Hey everyone, it's Zach. I'm just here to let you know that this episode recording went way too long, so we're actually going to break it up into two parts. This one you're listening to right now is part one, and this is my dream. Josh's dream will be part two, and that will be coming out next week. Also, make sure you stick around with my dream. It's a little crazy at the beginning, but near the middle, it goes into like a horror movie. It's insane. Please enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dream Pod. I am Zach.
And I'm Josh.
And today we have two action-packed dreams for you guys.
Dreams of which we have not told each other about.
That's right.
So, last episode we told dreams of which we'd already discussed with each other. This time they're fresh dreams, they're recent dreams, and you are going to get raw, real reactions.
Yeah, that's right. So, both of these dreams, from what we've like told each other like very small details, just to kind of give an idea of maybe the structure of where the dream follows. And from what we can tell, from what our little hints we've given, is that they are pretty similar, or they have similar aspects.
Pretty much what we've discussed so far, and pretty much all we know. I've told Zach that my dream involves me being involved in a police force.
Right.
And Zach, your dream
involves a police chase.
That's right.
So there's a couple similarities. So without further ado, further ado, there it is. Let's get right into the first dream, which is gonna be my dream. All right. So from what I can properly remember, the dream starts at Juji Mufu's house. Now, if you have no clue to who Juji Mufu is, that's definitely understandable, but all you have to really know is he's a fitness YouTuber. And, he's into powerlifting and stuff like that and bodybuilding, and I like watching on YouTube. So, I start in this house. This house is like 3 stories big. It's quite large, and the reason I'm at his house is to film a YouTube video with him.
Do you have any idea if this is his actual house?
I don't think so, because his actual house, from what I remember from like his videos, is not very big. But this is like a big, like 3-story mansion almost.
Okay. Like
there's a huge foyer and everything. So I'm at his house to film a video with him. So when I get to his house, he's not at the front door greeting me. I have to look for him.
So are you like walking around his house?
Yes.
Peeking through windows?
So I spend about what seems like hours running around his house, looking like over the balconies or in closets, trying to find this dude, and I can't. And then I come across his mom, who I've never seen before.
So probably not his real mom. Okay, just in the dream it's his mom.
Right. And she helps me look for him, and she can't find him either. And she's like, well, we have this room that you are going to stay in overnight, so why don't you just go to the room? Okay? So my head's hung low. Disappointed I couldn't find Juji Mufu. Never recorded this video with him. And as I'm walking to my room, I open up the door, and there he is.
Yeah, of course.
There he is in my room with his cameraman Tom. And they're both like happy and surprised to see me, and they both asked, "Where have you been?"
Wow.
They're like why didn't you find us earlier? We told you to come to the house and come to the room. And I'm like, no, you didn't. It's that type of thing. So after that, it then transitions. There's a bit of a gray area, but then it transitions to we're playing a game in his basement. However, he's not there. Tom's not there. And it seems like it's a bunch of people my age, okay? So like in their 20s or whatever. And
how many people? How big?
Like maybe 5 to 6 people.
Okay, just like a hangout.
Yeah, and we're playing like this indoor like basketball game. Okay, but remember, I still have the feeling I'm in Juji Mufu's basement.
All right.
Okay, so we're playing like this indoor basketball game. However, we're playing on our knees, but we can all run really fast. So it's not like you're waddling around on your knees. It's like you can sprint at full speed on your knees.
Wow.
Yeah, and the atmosphere we're playing in is like a normal basement. There's like couches in the way, and these are like mini hoops. Okay.
Okay.
They're those small mini hoops. And I just remember specifically the way you make the ball, the way you have to score in this game, is you have to spin the ball in a certain way to get it to like kind of toilet bowl down the hoop, and
of course,
and you get a point. And there was
basketball and dreams can't even be normal.
no. And there was this one point, or I guess it repeated a couple times, where there's this one guy trying to score, and I kept blocking him, and he just got really pissed off. Like, each time I did it, he would get more and more pissed off, and then eventually, that part of the dream stopped.
So you're bullying this kid playing knee basketball.
Pretty much. So, again, another gray area. Warps into a new scene. So we're not at Juji Mufu's house anymore.
So I'm going to guess this is the meaty part. Or maybe not.
This is part 2. There's 3 parts.
Okay.
So just hold on to your horses.
Oh,
we're still setting up the story here.
Chase, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So the dream then warps into like a park. And it's sort of like Disney minus the roller coasters. It's just very picturesque. There's like green rolling hills everywhere. Lots of like concrete or asphalt walkways everywhere. And then off in the distance I can see like a small beach. Okay. And then it's like a beach that's on a river, kind of. And then maybe, I don't know, I'd give it about half a mile wide, maybe a quarter mile wide. Very big river. And on the other side, there's a bunch of these, like, houses that are, like, tropical colors. Like, you know how, like, beach houses are, like, turquoise and green and stuff?
Yeah.
There's, like, all these houses over there all up against the water line.
Okay.
All right? So what we're doing in this park is we're playing disc golf. Okay? And that same guy, who is now morphed into the same guy that I kept blocking, is trying to make his disc into the disc golf hoop thing, and I keep blocking it.
The basket.
And he's still pissed off.
You're blocking him in disc golf?
Yes, I'm now blocking him in disc golf.
Well, that is against the rules of disc golf.
That's true.
Believe.
And
So
he
now
morphs into a guy that I know from my childhood. So he's a friend, a grade above me.
Wow.
That went to the same elementary school as me.
Oh.
So he wasn't that when we were playing the basketball game, but now when I'm blocking him in disc golf.
Is it someone I would know?
Yeah, it's someone you would know.
Well, I mean, you could give the real name.
I'll call him Bobby.
We'll call him Bobby?
Yeah, we'll call him Bobby. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so we're playing this disc golf, and you know, we like, it's all on the same hoop, but we're all like trying to make it at the same time. It's not really disc golf, but maybe that's where the spinning from the basketball came in or something like that. We're playing this disc golf game, but we're all throwing on the same hoop at the same time.
Okay,
and we're spinning the disc similar to the way you'd spin the basketball to get it to go in the hoop and toilet bowl down. It's not really disc golf, kind of confusing. So as we're playing, we notice a crowd of people that was like walking in the park or that had like picnics going on or whatever. They all like line up on this hillside where the disc golf thing is.
So now you got an audience.
Right. Well, but we notice they're not looking at us. They're looking down at that beach far away. And there's 2 massive battleships there now.
Oh. Oh.
And these battleships apparently are doing like a demonstration. Like a military demonstration.
Oh my goodness.
As in like they're going to fire blanks.
Like in this lake river?
Yeah, in this big like quarter mile, a half mile wide river.
Okay.
And they're like pretty much parked up against the beach.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, we can see, like, people down by the beach. They kind of look like ants and everything. But the big thing is the 2 battleships anchored right there at the beach. And their guns were facing out towards the people with the colored houses across the river.
Oh, my. Don't tell me they blow up the house.
No, they don't. So, they shoot. They do their blank shots. They're blanks. We know they're blanks.
All right.
But then, like, I know that the people across the river are pissed off about it.
All right.
And
I mean, in your dream, did these look like, real battleships, even though they're not really around anymore? They're massive.
They were huge battleships, like World War II style, like the gray battleships that, you know, were like
the big triple cannons.
The triple cannons, and they're going like, doof, 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 you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And like I said, I just remember thinking that the people across the river must be really pissed off. You know, there's these freaking battleships shooting at them, and they don't know if they're blank rounds, right? Why would they know? Maybe they would have gotten the notice. But these people on the people on the hill watching this seem to know that they're blank rounds, and we seem to know that they're blank rounds. But what about the people across the river?
Well, you figure a lot of people, I guess, I don't know. People at the park even could be some of the homeowners.
Yeah, they could be all pissed off about these battleships.
Yeah.
So anyway, cool demonstration. Has nothing to do with the rest of the dream, though. After the demonstration goes, the group of people I was playing disc golf with, we then start walking on a path towards what looks to be like a little town, maybe in the park where there's some restaurants and some gift shops and stuff like that. Okay? And we walk into a restaurant, and it's got this rustic log-style construction. There's like a fireplace in the corner, kind of like a cozy place, you know? Like picnic benches for like tables and seats. So, you know, it's kind of like a log cabin themed restaurant, I guess.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Sit down next to two people that I actually went to high school with.
Oh.
At this picnic. And one of them at the picnic bench, and one of them is Steven from the first episode.
Oh, okay.
And then another one's some random person. So, as I'm looking through the menu to see what I want to eat, I noticed they have a cheese and pickle sandwich. It's got, like, you know, artesian sourdough bread, like dill pickle slices,
Right.
and like some nice sharp cheddar or something
Probably
like
as fancy as you could make a cheese and pickle sandwich.
that. Right. So, I'm like, that sounds good.
Are cheese and pickle sandwiches a real thing?
I have no clue, but it sounds like something I should try later.
You should make that sometime.
Yeah, I should make that sometime. So, the waiter comes out, and, you know, it's time to order.
Okay.
We all get waters. And then we're going around, and it's my time to order my meal. And I'm like, I would like to have the cheese and pickle sandwich, please. And he looks at me like I just said the most, like, vile thing on the planet.
He's offended by this.
He's extremely offended. And he mutters under his breath, and I quote, "It's if the table orders several of those sandwiches, because the tool of the chef uses to panini press them has the ability to do that 4 at a time, and it would be wasteful just for one."
Wait, hold on. The way you just worded it didn't make much. I couldn't really understand what you were saying. Is that how it was?
Yeah, that's how it was. Those are the words. Those are the words I remember.
Could you read the quote again?
Yes, I will read it one more time. And I remember it specifically these words, okay? When I wrote this dream down, this is one of the first things I wrote down because I didn't want to forget the quote.
Okay.
Because he actually said this to me. He says, "It's if the table orders several of those sandwiches,
Okay.
because the tool the chef uses to panini press them has the ability to do 4 at a time, and it would be wasteful for just one." What I think he's trying to say
he's
is...
trying to tell you to order more sandwiches.
Yeah, to either order more because they do 4 at a time,
Right.
but just ordering one would be a waste,
So
apparently.
it's all or nothing. You either get 4 or none.
Yeah. And then I said, I still want my order. I still want the sandwich. He said, okay, whatever.
Wow.
And then walked away.
Wow.
Now, unfortunately, I never got to taste my sandwich in my dream. Because now the dream morphs into
Part 3.
part 3,
Oh, here
the
we go.
manhunt part. The
Well-
part that made me wake up gasping for breath.
Oh my goodness.
This is pretty intense, and it's awesome. Okay? So part 3. The dream warps into nighttime in my hometown.
Okay.
I get the strange suspicion it's around 2 a.m.
Okay.
And I also get the strange suspicion that I'm coming home from my job,
Okay.
which is my real-life job, bike mechanic.
Okay.
And
Where are you in town? Because I'm familiar with the town.
yeah, we're by our old elementary school, kind of by Meyer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need to get home, and I'm pretty far away from home. I'm actually on the other side of town, pretty much. And as I start walking, I realize this is gonna take forever.
Oh, you're walking.
I'm walking home,
Wow. Yeah, that's not.
so I'm like, I need to hitchhike. I need to get home. I need to
boy.
hitchhike.
Oh boy.
So someone pulls over in like a blue Ford Fusion sedan,
Okay.
and they asked where I needed to go. And, you know, I kind of scoped the person out a little bit. I'm like, they seem pretty nice. This dude is pretty harmless.
Guy by himself.
Yeah, he was by himself. He was probably 30 or something. And, you know, it's not like he was bigger than me or anything. So I guess I could handle myself if something happened. But,
Okay.
you know, I was like, okay, he seems like a nice dude. He pulled over for a hitchhiker at 2 a.m. I mean,
Wow, yeah.
you know, like, what the heck? And I don't remember his face very well, but he has a facial feature that I'll describe later on in this part. Okay?
Oh, later on. Okay.
So I get in the car, and he asked me where I need to go. And I'm just like, okay. And I said the name of my neighborhood, right? It's a well-known neighborhood in the town. So he's like, okay, no problem.
You don't want him to like pull up to your house.
Right. I was thinking, I'm like, I don't want him to know my address. So I'm like, okay, we'll go to the neighborhood.
Right.
And it's worth mentioning at this point in the dream, it seems very close to being lucid. I almost literally thought consciously, I don't want him to know where I live specifically. The neighborhood is good enough.
Huh.
And I'm like, I can walk once at the entrance of my neighborhood.
Yeah, it sounds like in this dream, at least this part, your mental state is very close to conscious.
Very close.
Okay.
Yeah. And it gets there. It almost gets there, man.
Wow. All right.
So we start driving, and we get to this big intersection. It's on Main Street and the other main road, right?
Okay.
And we're pulling up, and there's like 8 or 9 cop cars,
Oh
all with their lights on.
Wait, is this guy a criminal?
Just hold up. No. Maybe not.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. So we pull up. There's like 8 or 9 cop cars, and they're all like zooming through the intersection. There's SWAT cars with dudes hanging on the side of the cars and everything.
Are they coming after you?
No.
They just go through.
They go through the intersection.
Oh, I thought you meant they were like waiting at the intersection.
No. That wasn't like a roadblock or anything.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a couple of SWAT cars. Like I said, there's dudes like hanging on the side with like their guns out and everything.
Yeah.
This is serious. Like I'm like, holy crap, this is like something is going on.
Like someone's got hostages down the street or something.
Hostages or like a murder or something. Yeah, something bad. And so I noticed they're going in the direction of my neighborhood.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, well, they're probably not going to my neighborhood. They're probably going to drive past it. You know, why would they be going to the neighborhood? So I'm like, okay, this is weird. You know, we're at this intersection still. This is weird. The cars go by zooming. You know, we lose track of them. And we drive up pretty much to the entrance of my sub.
Okay.
And like I said, it's 2 in the morning. It's wet and damp out now. And it's cold, very cold.
Okay. So kind of like the weather right now.
Yeah, kind of like the weather right now. Sleeting, right? Almost like the grass is like crunchy and frozen, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there's not much snow on the ground, maybe a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, it's wet.
All right.
And we pull up to the entrance of my sub, and he stops, and I get out, and I'm like, thanks so much, dude. And I'm like, thanks so much, dude. And I look back, and through the windshield, I just see this dude's eyes that are really big and wide, and they're just staring directly at me.
No.
And it's so creepy.
Oh my god.
And remember, it's pitch black. It's just me and this dude. I'm at the entrance of my sub, and he's in his car with his lights on still, but I can just see his eyes staring at me. And I'm like, thanks, and I wave again.
Oh god.
And he slowly drives away, just creeping away down the street.
Oh my.
And I watch him.
This is stressing me out like a horror film.
Yeah, is it giving you like tingles?
A little bit.
Yeah, and he's just driving down the street away from my sub, and eventually he leaves. And I'm just like, okay, I need to get home. This is serious, you know. This is creeping me out. The SWAT cars, this dude's freaking huge eyes. Okay,
Wow.
This is creeping me out. And I specifically remember at this point too, I don't have shoes on, so my feet are cold. It's wet and damp out.
So barefoot or socks?
Barefoot.
Okay.
And as I start running, you know how dreams are. You start running, but you feel like you're running through jello almost, or you're running through gravity, and you can't like gain speed that much.
I've heard a lot of people describe this before, but I personally have never felt that in a dream.
Yeah. So it's like you're sprinting as hard as you can, but you're not going anywhere, or barely just moving. The amount you're working is not translating to the speed you're going to.
Okay.
It's like there's a big air blowing against you almost.
And this kind of the way that you're describing it makes it sound like you're trying like consciously to run to get away from something, like you're stressed out.
Yeah, but it won't let me get away.
So it's like, I feel like I've probably seen that show or movie.
And still, I'm still moving. You know, I'm still moving along, but
Right.
it's not as fast as I want it to be.
Okay.
It's probably more like how fast I could actually run in real life, but
Yeah.
the speed I wanted to go was not even close. You know, I probably wanted to run at like 20 or something.
Okay.
Right? But
do you feel like there's something chasing you right now, or like you need to get away from
I need to get away from that dude, that creepy thing that drove me home.
Alright, yeah. So I kind of understand the feeling you have right now.
Right, and I'm running, and I notice, you know, the asphalt is wet. The moonbeams are like reflecting off the asphalt. The clouds are lit up in the sky. It's like a full moon.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
And in front of me, up the street, I see someone sprint across, like a creepy, like goblin thing. Like the speed is insane. Sprint across
Yeah.
the road, like maybe 400 feet in front of me, 300 feet in front of me.
Oh, dude, this is straight out of a horror film.
And I'm just like, okay, I need to get home. That's in the direction I need to go, but I'm just gonna sprint past it. This thing attacks me, I'm gonna go ham on it. You know, I'm like, I need to get home. I'm freaked out by this point. I'm consciously scared about this.
Okay.
And then I notice the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, and I'm like, something is watching me.
Oh, no.
But then I'm like, wait, something's watching me from the sky. It's up above me. And then I realized there's a helicopter with its light, its spotlight on me, and like police chatter coming from it. And it's following me. And then I instantly...
Do you mean the helicopter like appeared with the light on you, or you realize it's been there the whole time?
No, it like appears like, whoosh, you know, like the light turned on.
Yeah,
and it's like, there's like, you know, we have you surrounded, that type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, what the freak is going on? Then I'm like, wait, there was a mass murderer, and he's hiding in my sub, and they think it's me. Because I'm running home, and I just saw him cross the freaking street. And I'm like, they think I'm the serial killer. And they're chasing me. And then I hear police cars, and the SWAT cars, the wheels squealing, and they're driving up behind me. So, and then I'm like, okay, I need to hide. But then I also realize, wait, the helicopter that's following me has FLIR imaging, so it can see me like predator vision, like trying to run through the woods because I have like heat giving off, right?
Yeah.
Like thermal vision.
Okay, right. Like
So I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I need to get under something cold. You know, but I don't want to run into this dude in the woods because I'm running into the same direction he went to hide from the cops.
Wait, how do you know where he went to hide from?
I just saw him run across the street.
Oh,
and I'm heading in that same
right.
direction.
That's right. Okay.
So I like run under like branches and try to like, you know, like hold my body so the thermal signature isn't so strong to get away. But it's like I realize my efforts aren't enough, right? And I'm like, okay, I gotta do something crazier. And at this point, I hear the dogs barking. I hear cops like marching around and like yelling. I see flashlights like coming through like the trees in the woods.
This just went from like a horror film to like a stealth mission in Call of Duty.
Pretty much. And I'm like, oh god, they're gonna shoot me on sight here. Okay. The freaking helicopter is like, the light is like going through the woods in front of me. I can see it like searching.
This is like exactly like a Call of Duty.
And I'm like, okay, I know there's a lake in front of me. So I'm gonna get to the lake and I'm gonna break the ice and I'm gonna get under the ice.
Oh my.
And this way the thermal imaging will not be able to see me and the cops will hopefully get past me or something. So as I'm running, I hear the dogs barking, I hear the rustling of the leaves behind me, and just in time, I break the ice and I get under, and it goes really quiet. And then for like, what felt like 20 seconds, nothing. And then I hear the footsteps of the cops go past. I see their lights and everything, and they walk past me. And I'm like, I did it. I got rid of the cops. And I didn't get caught by the serial killer either. I was like, this is amazing. And I had this great feeling of like satisfaction.
And not a feeling of hypothermia.
No, that wasn't on my mind. Until I look back up at the ice, and it is now freezing over the top of me.
No. What?
And I'm swim up to the top and I start crawling at it. And my fingernails pull up.
Stop.
And I
Dude,
can't
There's no way.
I can't get through the ice.
Oh my god.
And I'm punching it, and then I start convulsing because I can't breathe. And my chest is like pounding and my throat hurts, and then I wake up and I'm like and I'm like, holy crap, I need to write this down right now. And that's the end of my dream.
Dude, what? That is, wow. That might be the most intense dream I've ever heard.
It was insane.
Like I've personally had dreams where I've woken up and like I'm out of breath and like my heart is pounding. And
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
And I've heard people tell like dreams where they feel like scared or in danger. But that just sounds so horrifying in a different way.
It was, I mean, I hope there's nobody out there listening to this that has a fear of drowning. Because I definitely just triggered a reaction.
Oh my god.
I was clawing so hard at the ice, my fingernails were pulling out of my hands. They were like, and like I was bleeding and like convulsing and like I couldn't, it was horrible.
based on the feeling you got when you woke up, would you consider it a nightmare?
I don't know.
Because at the same time,
I was at Juji Mufu's house a couple minutes earlier.
That's true. I totally forgot that even happened. The disc golf.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And then,
yeah.
Oh my, and this is mind blowing me for a different reason.
It's similar to yours?
My dream also includes a lake, a serial killer that we're trying to chase and just can never get to.
Oh my god.
Except I'm with the police in my dream.
Maybe you were chasing me.
Well, then the chase must have been a lot longer because the scene of my dream is different.
Okay.
And the way it happens is a bit different, but
right.
Wow.
Dude, and you know what's crazy about this whole thing? Is dreams tend to be weirdly just unrelated parts and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was so almost lucid because like the cop cars were driving through that intersection, speeding through, and I was like wondering what they were all doing. And like it seemed about the right amount of time when I pulled up to my neighborhood, there wasn't anything around there.
Oh my goodness.
And like it all fit so perfectly.
That's why it's so like scary, because people talk about scary dreams.
Yeah.
But when it's like
there's no context.
When it's super weird or crazy or like abstract.
Yeah.
I personally just don't get as freaked out by that.
Yeah.
But when it's so, the way you described it is so realistic.
And dude, the thing that is still, as I'm telling the story, the thing that's burned into my brain is that dude's eyes staring at me through the windshield. I mean, I'm literally shuddering right now thinking of his eyes.
Like, some of the dreams we had, we could make TV shows or movies about, I swear.
That's why we're making a podcast.
We need to... Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I need a sip of water for that. Hey guys, it's Josh here. Hope you enjoyed Zach's dream. If you'd like to hear my dream and my manhunt, stick around for part 2 coming out next week. Dream on.